What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Cinema's Revenge. I'm Matt, and before we get started, I just wanted to say that I'm sorry. This review is a couple days late. I was out of town for nearly a week, so you'll have to forgive me for that. And the other thing is, I just want to apologize if I sound a little bit hoarse. I'm slightly under the weather, so please bear with me and let's do this. So 17 years after the Blair Witch Project came out, we all of a sudden get this top secret project that was once known as The Woods but is now Blair Witch, or Adam Wingard's Hush Hush movie that stars James Allen McCune and Callie Hernandez. But does it live up to the cloak and dagger tactics? No. I do want to clear up one thing though. This movie is definitely a sequel. I've been reading some reviews that are calling it a remake. It's definitely not. There are some similarities to the Blair Witch Project, but this movie does set itself aside as a sequel. Now, James thinks that he has found some footage of his sister Heather, who you may or may not remember from the first movie, on YouTube, and he sets off on a quest to go find her. He wants to try and convince the guy who uncovered the tape to show him where it was found. And of course, that means going into the Black Hills forest. And so James gathers some friends and sets off to go find her, and everybody just has a great time. Best road trip ever. The movie does start out promising. I'll definitely give it that. I love the setup to the sequel, and I also like that they're not setting off into the forest with just backpacks, tents, and sleeping bags. They actually bring along some modern technology, which I thought was a nice touch. They have these earpiece cameras, which I really loved, and they also have this drone, so they're able to track where they are in the forest at all times. And of course, there is this creepy, uncomfortable feeling once they enter the woods, but there's also some new traps for the characters to kind of keep them guessing, keep them off balance. It's not just the same old as we had in the first movie, them just going around in circles being lost. There are actually some new things that kind of throw both the audience and the characters for a loop. However, after the unexpected traps wear off, then the movie falls into this repetitive cycle of darkness and strange noises in the woods, and of course we never see what's making the noises. And you can also add in some spinning, glitchy camera work just for good measure. And yes, I know that it's supposed to be realistic, especially since the cameras are attached to the sides of their heads, but after a while it just becomes nauseating, and the noises are no longer scary. Nobody's getting creeped out anymore. The movie does have some good acting and some decent writing. The characters, for the most part, stay smart and keep their wits about them. The writing, like I said, I did enjoy the setup as a sequel, but then the movie actually leaves you with some unanswered questions. And I mean not some small questions, some kind of big glaring questions that left me scratching my head going, well, what about that plot point? And there are some good, solid scares at the end of the movie. It actually does get pretty good, but it's like the last 10 to 15 minutes of the film, and the audience has to wait and trudge through about an hour and 15 minutes of some good setup and some decent creepy moments, and then, like I said, repetition, the dark forest and the strange noises, just to get to the last 10 to 15 minutes when it really starts to get good. And then you have one of the ultimate throwaway endings after the audience has waited all this while to finally be scared, to be a little bit, uncomfortable, unsure of what's going to happen. And then I can't spoil the ending for you guys. I never would, never will. But it's just the ultimate throwaway. And I was sitting there staring at the screen as the credits came on, just like, why did we have to end it like this? So I'm going to go ahead and give Blair Witch a C-. I can't say that I absolutely hate it, but what I can say is that Adam Wingard, who directed this movie, also gave us You're Next and The Guest. And so I know that he's capable of these genre-bending movies. He's taken horror and he's taken action thriller and he's flipped them on their heads and given us smart, exciting, well-made movies. This was not one of those, and it is disappointing, to say the least. If you've already seen Blair Witch, let me know what you thought about it down below. And once again, I'm sorry for the lateness of this review and for the sound of my voice, but thank you so much guys for watching. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to see more movie reviews, hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, you guys, as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. I'm Matt, and I'll see you guys next time.